Alright, maybe this was a bad option. And if it doesn't open up into an... Have I stumbled across some sort of billionaire's pets? My brain is just not computing what... Good lunchtime, people. I wasn't actually going to be filming anything today. The weather's been really bad all morning, so I was just going to go to a couple of places that I need to visit, unrelated to the channel, and then I was going to go back home. But I've come out and the sky has turned to a lovely shade of blue. So I've hit record, and by default that means we are now on an adventure. And this here is place number one that I need to visit, the BMW garage. Again, definitely completely unrelated to the channel. 100% nothing to do with this channel, as if I'd be planning some sort of insane road trip all the way to Africa on 2 wheels with nothing but a tent on the back. Anyway, there is another shop which I need to visit before we can crack on with today's adventure. We have arrived. I was looking at the adventure helmets. Yep. Again, completely unrelated to any upcoming adventures. But what's not unrelated is the pure level of hunger which is being emitted from deep within my stomach walls. In fact, talking of stomach walls, that, well, it's not a stomach wall, but that is a prison wall. Look at the size of it. A great road ahead closed. Not that I know where we're going or where I am, but that's never a good sign. Are we going to have to do a 3-point turn in this beast? That is the question. It looks like we are. I can see a blockage up there. What is this? The barn. I love the barn. I mean, this might not be the barn. Oh, it also says closed. Ah, well, let's go and have a little look. What is this place? What a fantastic tree. That is probably the most fantastic tree that anyone has ever seen. Alright, there appears to be another van on my tail. We might be about to get in a little bit of trouble. Just waving at him like I'm meant to be here. Do you know what? I'm just going to park here. It says the barn parking. Right, let's go and have an explore, shall we? Would it be alright to stay, if I could just stay outside on the gravel here?
This bit here, but you'd have to go and speak to George, who's in the barn, the factory
right.
barn. He's in there now, he's the manager of the camping.
But yeah, it's a grey Ductao if anyone wonders why it's there.
Right, pass it on.
Perfect. Alright, cheers mate. Excuse me. Is there a guy called George around?
George?
Yeah, the guy in the reception place said to come speak to George, and he's in the building with the factory.
He's not here.
Do you want to take my number, and then if it is a problem, if you just send me a message, I can always just come back down to this bit. Well, that was a stroke of pure geniusness, if I do say so myself. So, there is a campsite here, but they're not usually open apart from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today is Thursday, so they're not open to the public. However, after a little chat with him and her and a phone call to him and back to me, I'm allowed to stay on the campsite tonight. Now, I don't usually stay on campsites, but this is different. It's effectively not a campsite, it's just a field, all to myself, surrounded by a beautiful nature. I've got some food in the fridge, probably the last day of sunshine, full stop, in the UK until next year. And there we have it, my very own private field for the night. Fortunately, I picked up a little snack to eat on the way here, so I don't need to eat a proper meal just yet, which means we can take full advantage of the beautiful sky. Let's go for a little walk through the fields. If you ignore the buildings on that side, other than that, there's that tree in the distance, the exquisite looking tree. But other than those buildings, this place is so beautiful. I appear to have come to a crossroads. I've been walking for a bit of time, basically. Over behind me in this direction, pretty much goes back towards the van, I think. Behind me over here is back the way we've just come. But behind me over here, there seems to be some sort of mystical lit up hole in the hedge. In fact, before we enter the inquisitive hole of glory, Let me show you this toy. It's absolutely tiny, it's super lightweight, folds out. It's called the HOVERAir X1 and it is so simple to use. You press the button once, get it back in my hand, you'll wait a couple of seconds and it just launches itself. There's no controller needed, and then watch this. It follows me about. It literally follows me about. So I can just walk along and she will just hover about in the background behind me, capturing all the glory of my delightful nature walk. But it has loads of different modes as well. Like my favourite one personally is orbit. So you just hit the button, it will fly out away from you and it will circle around you like an absolute glorious pigeon and make you look extremely cool in any environment that you're in. And to land it, you literally just hold your hand back out underneath it and it gently floats down, resting upon your palm. Now it is properly windy out here, but see how much that thing's dancing about in the wind? We'll check it out compared with the footage that it's taking, because it stabilises the footage so well that you don't need to worry about how it moves in the wind like that. So if you want to get yourself some simple footage that's easy to use from a drone, where you don't need to learn all the controls and figure out how to fly it, I do highly recommend this. I'll put a link down in the description below so you can go and check it out. Alright, maybe this was a bad option. It just appears to be a standard public footpath. I mean, it still beats a footpath in the city, but I'm not going to lie, it smells a little bit raw around here. I'm contemplating turning round, to be honest, because this is not quite the fields that I was in a minute ago. Look! Nature has done a thing! Do you reckon that was a molehill? I do love a good mole. Not that I've ever seen a mole in real life. I'm going to walk for another 3 minutes, 47 seconds max, and if it doesn't open up into an... What is happening? I literally don't know what is happening. I'm about to turn the camera around so you can see what I'm seeing right now. Where the hell am I? I really hope that you guys can see what I'm seeing through this fence right now. I am looking at about 10 elephants. Between me and that fence are elephants. We're in the UK. Have I stumbled across some sort of billionaire's pets? I'm beginning to think I'm hallucinating. I need to find a better way of looking in there. Wait a sec. Danger. Wild animals. And look, there's an elephant right there. My brain is just not computing what... There's loads of them on the other side of the fence, literally within a few meters of me. What is happening right now? Somebody, please explain. There's some steps up ahead. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be here. No, I am, because it definitely said it was a public footpath. I am literally about 5 meters away from... Whoa! There's some sort of code thing here which suggests to me that these steps are normally locked off or something. There's only one thing for it. We're going to go up the steps. An elephant has just walked through the gap under the steps. I'm not even joking. It just comes down the other side. I just don't understand what's happening. I'm sorry to keep saying that, but would you understand what was happening? Oh, I'm down the other side of that bridge bit, and the footpath just keeps going on from here. What the hell? There's bees the size of duck eggs. But I'm certainly not leaving this area until I've got my fix of elephants. Free elephants. And not even paid for elephants. These are free elephants. Literally, I'm getting free wildlife right now. Right, this bit here seems to be the most ideal viewing platform for these British elephants. They're having a dust bath and everything. I reckon I could get in there and ride one. What do you reckon? There's a little one, he looks well friendly. They're actually amazing. Look how big it is. I reckon you could fit 32 German Shepherds, 14 wild guinea pigs, 2 tame guinea pigs because they're a bit smaller, and about 300 goldfish to fill the little gaps, all inside one elephant. I spent a fair bit of time with my new elephant friends before heading back to the van. I trekked back along the same path, but tomorrow I think I'm going to check out the other route in the morning to see where that leads as well. Who knows? We might find a wild buffalo. But yeah, I spent so much time with them that we pretty much bonded. I think I can legitimately call them my family now. In fact, one of them felt so comfortable around me that it was able to relieve itself in my presence. Since being back at the van, I've just been doing a little bit of work for the evening with a nice view out of the window, might I add. But I haven't had any signal whatsoever, so unfortunately I'm still none the wiser as to why there are elephants over there in the first place. Move over, pop noodle. No time for you anymore. Idiot! Make way for the fine cuisine. For dinner, I'm having a fajita, but I'm not having it with chicken like it suggests. I'm having it with a sirloin steak. So we're going to use the old bag on the hand technique, and then we simply cut it into small bite-sized segments. We then bag that up, add some barbecue seasoning and a couple of spoons of pesto. We then give it a good old one-handed massage and start cutting up the bumpy apple. In fact, I think I only want half of one of these in there. Ow! Bit me! Then we can move on to the plum that makes you cry. Bit of spicy chili cheddar, a touch of salsa, and the main ingredients, and the twins are ready to be consumed. That's the one, I'm telling you, that is the one. With zero internet in this field, there's really not a lot I can do tonight. I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm quite looking forward to a night of just staring at the ceiling and thinking about me elephant friends. Actually, before I go to bed, I've got to show you this. This is just the work of an absolute genius. So I've always struggled with waking up in the morning, right? All my life. My hand, for example, wakes up before me, sneaks out the bed and turns my alarm off or snoozes it. It's literally got a mind of its own. Oh, stop it! I turn my alarm clock on. I put it back in the box, lock it. I can tuck the key away under there, and it takes me a while to dig it out because it's in a little groove in there. So on that note, I'm going to get me some sleep. Good morning, people. I've made a huge error of judgment. I don't know what I was playing at, but yesterday when I went shopping, I forgot to buy any form of caffeine. But before I go and replenish the stocks, I 100% need to go and see me elephant mates to say good morning. I think I'm going to take the route up through this orchard. Well, I say the route. I don't know if it's a route yet, but we will find out when we get to the end. So we've got the van down there. If we spin all the way around, the elephants are roughly over there. We can't go straight ahead, so I'm reckoning down this way, hang a right, find a hole in a hedge, swing on round to Das Elefante. I've reached the end of the orchard and I can see what appears to be a beehive, maybe. I hope it is, because I absolutely love bees. And this is an opportunity for us to make about 3,000 new friends. I better not get too close, I suppose. Oh, look, there they are. There's loads of them swarming. One day, I want to live in a place like this. I want to have my own bees, a couple of elephants, maybe a rhino or two, some sort of chimp. Wait, where the hell are we? Right, I'm going around the hedge line. What is that? It's a bird of prey. I continued trekking through the orchard, around the corner, through another little bit of nature, and eventually I've made it back here, which is the crossroads that I started at yesterday before I found the inquisitive hole of dreams. Now, I mean, the odds of finding elephants on a public footpath are already pretty slim. But if I'd come at a different time of day, I would never have found them, because check this out, right? Behind me, that is the hole of dreams. The sun is in a different position, so it's not lit up like it was yesterday. There's 0% chance I would have spotted this. So So I have been incredibly lucky. I think it just goes to show that my internal compass is nothing short of a scientific marvel. Imagine if they're not here and it was all a dream. Oh no, they're here. God, they're a bit further away. You can barely see one right against the back, and where I'm colourblind, it doesn't even stand out against the hedge. But we've always got the second bit near the steps. Hopefully they're all going to be knocking about over here. So this is the danger animal sign, and again, there's none in there. And there's none in the other side either. Honestly, if I'd come at this time of day yesterday, I mean, well, first of all, I wouldn't have found the path, obviously, because it wouldn't have been lit up. But geez, I'd done that yesterday. Who put that there? Yeah, I would have just walked through this bit. I mean, I would have thought it was a little bit strange and wondered what this place was, but probably I would have come to the conclusion it was a farm or one of those horse riding places. Yeah, we're back at the steps, and there appears to be 0 elefante in the pen. Oh wait, no, there is one. Right there. She may just be a sole lowly elephant, but what a sole lowly elephant she is. What an absolute beauty. In fact, is this even an elephant? Is that a dog? Is that a swollen dog? It turns out the guy in the barn made me a vanilla latte. So, not only have I been fooded, but I've now been caffeinated as well. Just to think, I wasn't even going to go on an adventure yesterday. I would never have made all of these new animal friends. The weather forecast from later on until probably 12 months time looks pretty grim. So I'm also grateful that I got to experience the last couple of days of what felt like summer. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. The unplanned ones always seem to be my favourite, so hopefully that comes across to you guys as well as being entertaining enough. The analytics on my YouTube channel say that about 60% of my viewers are subscribed, but there's still about 40% that aren't. So if you're one of them, please hit that button. It really helps push the channel even further so that I can make bigger and better adventures. But as for me, that is about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next week.